It's a beautiful day out. It's about 70 degrees, which is pretty warm for March where I live. Flowers are coming out. It's time to get the deal ready to go. And usually I plan this out better and kind of stage everything, but I'm not going to do it this time. So if you need to change your spring, which I use this is a center clutch or pulley center spring, which is a 1500 stall spring, which I like to use. If you're going to buy these springs, and they go into the center of the clutch right here, but if you're going to buy these, and you don't live in Hawaii, buy 3 or 4 of them at a time, because with this engine putting out this kind of power, these springs only last probably 700 miles before they start to lose their tension. When they lose their tension, what happens is your belt that goes from first to second gear, it doesn't have that crisp first to second or high to low. And that's the first time I've used this belt. I bought this belt on eBay. I've been looking for one for years. This is a Polini Kevlar belt, and I'm really impressed with it. It cost me a few ducats. That's French for a whole lot of fucking money. But when I took the belt off the front variator and the rear pulley back here, I noticed there was no stretching at all. A lot of times I can take a belt off by just pulling it with my finger because it's stretched about an inch up here. This one didn't stretch at all. Now what this video is going to be about is what to look for when you go to change your rear spring, or you can say maintenance. The first thing that you want to look for is any kind of marks down here or on the top up here where the belt is rubbing. That's not good, so you want to just fix that. Another thing I like to look for, which is a hard-fought lesson, is a lot of times we look at things and out of sight, out of mind. There are 2 bearings in this clutch unit. There's a front bearing right here, and that rides right on here. And there's a rear bearing that rides on this flat shaft. That's what we want to talk about. If you turn your clutch over, this is your clutch right here. This is your rear pulley, or clamshell pulley. Inside here is the center spring, and it also has triple springs. You can see those 1, 2, and there's 3 little yellow springs. But right here, I'm going to have to get a little light in here so you can see it. This bearing right here is what's called a roller bearing, because they're not ball bearings, they're little tiny rollers. The thing is that when this bearing goes, you never notice it. You can lose 2 or 3 of these rod bearings, roller bearings, and you won't notice it, except for your bike will run hot and it'll run weird. So you want to look in there and take your finger and stick it in there and move it around and see if the bearings are running smoothly. And then, of course, if you want to replace these bearings, always go to a genuine Honda site for these bearings, because they make them in there. They go through a lot of stress and they make them to last. Now what I'll do is I'll take my change this. We're going to go back in my shop and take my little Kitaco tool that I got right here, and we're going to put that on there like that, and we're going to change this out. So we're going to go back in the shop.